Welcome back to Shakhtar's Glory, episode 26. Here with us in season 2 in Ukraine. Before we jump into the game, if you're enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, drop me a comment, drop me a sub, all that good stuff. I won't dwell on that too much. We'll try and condense that into a little bite from going forward. Last time out, we've jumping straight into the game straight after the Dortmund game. We got a great, I think it was 3-0. It was such a great game that I've completely lost it. Yeah, it was the 3-0. So we're in with this league game now. A couple of days later, we're playing Zorya in the league just to try and break things up a little bit. We're in December now, so we're going to have a transfer special perhaps coming in January. Maybe if we do some business, I don't know. We might have outs more than ins. We've had a couple of youth players come in, but nothing that's particularly worth dwelling on too much. So we've got the next game is obviously the Porto game. We're going to do 3 games in a row, but I just wanted to break up the Champions League stuff a little bit. So we'll go straight into this Zorya game. We've gone back to the attacking kind of formation. We've moved the defensive midfielder up to the attacking midfield role. Brought Barco in. We've got Boychuk and Paulinho on the wings. Kolod playing up front, the young Ukrainian striker, just trying to give him as much game time as possible. Zorya are fairly low in the league, I believe. We should have reasonable enough chance of dispatching them even with this younger team. We've got Grichishkin in the midfield along with Marlon Freitas. Leo keeps his place because I imagine he's going to be suspended for the Porto game after that red card. Odets comes in next to Boldenikov with Mikitsky playing right back and the young Lazarev making his second start for us. Didn't have the best first game in the cup. Hopefully he can bounce back with a better game, possibly a better defence in front of him this time. And they're playing 4-2-3-1 as well. Slightly more defensive centre midfielders. There's a big gap in the middle there. So a lot of space to try and exploit, which we're going to try and do with the way we play is sort of built for that. We do like to play it around and we've got the players that can do that. They are carrying a few injuries as well. It's interesting to note. We are seeing a lot of teams carrying those sorts of injuries and going to games with players needing rests and being unfit and playing of injuries. We have a bit more luxury that we can bring sort of quality into the team as well. The corner isn't great though, but we get the ball back. Grechishkin, Barco, Paulinho hits the bar. We keep the ball, Boyachuk, and it hits this man and goes out for a throw. But it's a good, confident start, despite the fact a few of my players are looking nervous. I'm not sure why, because we're playing well. Some of those do seem to be fading away now as we get into the game and build into the game. But they keep the ball there, and we managed to get it back just. Good discipline there, I think, from Paulinho working his way back to win the ball. We get the ball here. It looked like it could have been a penalty for them, but we get the ball, and if we can just get some passing and get some nice football going, we do some there. We have got a few players that aren't playing natural positions and haven't played a massive amount of football this season, so going to have to work their way into the game perhaps. But they get another corner and they've scored. We do seem to concede a fair few from corners, which is surprising because we've got some tall boys in there. We've got some tall players. We shouldn't be getting beaten in set pieces. We've got players on both posts. As we go into half time, we're 1-0 down. I don't think we necessarily deserve to be winning this game, but we don't deserve to be losing it either, particularly. Dynamo Kiev, interesting to note, are winning. And we don't just want to go aggressive. We don't just need to win this game just to keep clear of Kiev and all that. We want to keep this unbeaten season going. Although obviously we do need to keep as far ahead of Kiev as much as possible as well. They've taken the 2-0 lead now. We've been unbeaten. We're only 7 points clear of them. As we get to half hour, not a lot is happening. We're going to change that striker role. We're going to bring Romero in. We're going to bring Patrick in for I can't pronounce his name, Grichishkin. We'll go with that. And just not a lot is happening. We've robbed the ball there and Romero gets us the equaliser. We deserve to be winning this game. They've had 2 shots on target and they've scored one of them, but that is a shocking goal to concede on their part. But Romero, he's like a mad dog. He just chases everything down, and we have got a few goals from them kind of situations this season, and we have a chance to build from the back again here. I thought he might go wide, but Barco, what a goal! See, I think I was talking in the Dortmund game about how he's been fantastic for us. Maybe it wasn't the Dortmund game. Maybe might even be thinking of my Arsenal save where I've got him. And he just, in the big games, he wasn't turning up, but I've seen him so regularly do stuff like that, and I was thinking he's the man to take us on. And it got to the big games, and he just wasn't particularly delivering. So we need to work on that from him. We have got the 2-1 lead now. And that winger for them, left winger Konate, it's interesting because I remember on FM17, by the time I got to about, I was doing the Pentagon Challenge, by the time I got to, I don't know how many seasons, I had 2 of them. I think they were brothers, Konates, and they were fantastic, a fantastic pair of players. But it looks like on the skin of our teeth for this game. Yeah, narrow 2-1 win. I mean, don't get me wrong, look at the stats, we by far deserve to win that game. We're not going to let the team do that talk, because that's not going to get us good results, especially with the Porto game coming next. So yeah, Kiev won 3-0, so we maintain that, is it 7 point? Yeah, 7 point lead over Kiev. They haven't slipped up anywhere. We've got Porto next, and I think we've got a couple of games coming up that we might need to use to break up. Zorya, how are they doing? Mid-table, we probably won't come. We played them earlier in the season in a live com. Kiev is the obvious one. Chernomorets a 4th, so that might be one just so we're playing someone different from Kiev. But it's hard to avoid the Kiev games because they are so pivotal. Maybe we'll play both of those, we'll see, depending how we get on with the Europa League. If we play Europa League, there's a lot of European games to try and plough through, and I think the league at that point is broken up. So we'll come back next time, we'll play the Porto game. Obviously we only need a draw in that game now, because we've got the head-to-head better of Dortmund. So we'll come back. We're not going to play for a draw, we're playing for a win. So we'll come back for the Porto game, and I'll see you next time.